Most trustees believe selling a home in a trust is simple. You list the property, accept an offer, and you close escrow. But what many don't realize until it's too late is that they may not even have the authority to sell in the first place. And when that's missed, it can delay a sale, create legal exposure, and completely derail the transaction. Hi, I'm Paula Aragone, CEO of Aragone & Associates. We have helped hundreds of families, trustees, and attorneys across Orange County navigate complex trust real estate sales, from Newport Beach to Huntington Beach and Yorba Linda. At Aragone & Associates, we maximize value and minimize stress. Strategy is what we do. So let's break this down clearly, because this one is one of the most misunderstood parts of selling a trust property in California. The short answer is yes, in most cases you can sell a home directly from a trust. But, and this is where it becomes critical, it depends entirely on how the trust is written and who has authority to act. Not all trusts are structured the same way. Some give the trustee full authority to sell real estate. Others require co-trustee approval, beneficiary notification, or even specific conditions before a sale can move forward. And if those requirements aren't followed properly, the transaction can be challenged, or worse, delayed after you've already entered escrow. Here's where we see the biggest issues. A trustee assumes they have full authority. The home is listed, an offer is accepted, and then somewhere along the process, title, escrow, or even an attorney reviewing the documents discovers something that was missed. Maybe the trust requires both trustees to sign when trustee has passed away and the documents weren't updated, or trust language creates ambiguity around authority. Now, instead of moving forward, everything stops, and what should have been a smooth transaction becomes a legal and logistical problem. This is where trust real estate is very different from a standard sale. We're not just selling a property, we're operating in a fiduciary role, which means you have a duty to act in the best interest of all beneficiaries. You need to make decisions that are defensible, and you need to follow the structure of the trust precisely. This is also where real estate and legal strategy intersects. We work closely with attorneys, fiduciaries, and trustees to make sure that authority is confirmed up front, documentation is aligned, and the transaction is structured correctly from day one. Because once you're in escrow, fixing these issues becomes much more complicated. We recently saw a situation where a property was ready to hit the market and everything looked straightforward on the surface. But when we reviewed the trust documents more closely, we realized there were multiple parties required to sign, and one of those parties hadn't been properly accounted for. If that had been discovered later, after accepting an offer, it could have delayed closing by weeks or even months. Instead, we addressed it up front, coordinated with the appropriate parties, and positioned the sale correctly from the beginning. That's the difference that strategy makes. That's the Aragone way. If you're a trustee and you're thinking about selling a property, here's what you want to do. Number one, confirm your authority. Review the trust documents carefully and understand exactly what powers you have. Number two, identify all required parties. Make sure you know who needs to sign and approve the transaction. Number three, align with the right professionals already. This is not something you want to figure out as you go. You might need your trust attorney right away to guide you. When the strategy is clear from the beginning, everything else becomes smoother. Pricing, preparation, negotiation, and closing. If you're a trustee, a family member, or even an attorney advising a client, and you want to make sure you're approaching this the right way, we're always happy to help. Selling a property in a trust is not just a transaction. It's a series of decisions that can significantly impact the outcome, for the trustee, for the beneficiaries, and for everyone involved. And when done right, it creates clarity, confidence, and results. I'll see you in the next episode.